Yeah, first game of the season for us. Happy to come away with 3 points at the bank. After a long off season and extended preseason due to weather last week, and I think we got off to a good start to both halves. Didn't finish as strongly as we had anticipated. Reasons being lack of rhythm, possibly a little bit of lack of fitness to continue playing in the fashion and the manner we played, and putting Portland under pressure and trying to play as high as possible. All very normal in the first game of the season, so nothing alarming. But glad we came away with 3 points because that is the most important thing today, and it gives us a lot to build off of.
Congratulations, Steve. The pregame ceremony, a lot of people involved. Did that have any impact on the team? Like, now they see what they're going to get if they do this again. I mean, they got their rewards this time. Did that have any impact on thinking, or maybe going into the season on a high note?
It's a question for the players. As far as affecting the group short-term in a negative way, I would say no. First half was good, and we went up 2-0. So, and I'm not sure anybody is connecting the dots as far as, oh wow, if we win this many games, it's too far away, I think, to really think about repeating anything, and we are not even talking about that. We are laser focused. We're laser focused on this game, and now our heads are now moving towards the Champions League first leg.
Hi, Steve.
Hi.
Congratulations on 3 points over the season. You spoke about why you understand how the game ended the way that it did, but can you just speak to the importance of ending games strong and the desire to want to get to a point where the team this season is doing so at a consistent clip?
Well, I think for all the teams in our league, because it's a very congested schedule, and especially for those who are participating in the Champions League, I think for most people in the stadium, including maybe some Portland affiliates, the game was over at 3-0. And I think if you're an LAFC fan or coach or player, it needs to stay that way in order to conserve energy and effort looking forward to next week and in this long and grueling season that it will be. So I think we need to be better in those moments at not killing games off. I hate that term of finishing games in a manner that is smart and in a way that we can also conserve some energy.
Steve, your starting front three today, Carlos, Denny, Mahala, very good at holding the ball and giving time for your runners. Can you talk a little bit about their play and how they kind of interchanged? And was it the runners that gave the guys more time, or were the front three just that good at getting on the ball in the big spaces and finding time to look up and find the next pass?
It's always connected. So we try to utilize all of our players and build up. And when we're moving forward in the next phase and in the final third, trying to get beyond the opponent's back line, we'll involve our eights, we'll involve our outside backs a lot. And these are things we train on the pitch daily. So it's always connected. And one thing we're always asking of our team, whoever it is in that position at the moment, are deep runs. And in order to make a deep run, you need to have control of the ball. So it's always connected. And I thought they did a good job tonight. They were always dangerous and a handful. I would have loved for that to continue for another 10, 15 minutes. And if we were able to do that, then we wouldn't have gotten ourselves into trouble. But look, it's game one, and I think we can be happy with the performance.
Hey, Steve. Just want to get your thoughts on the grit in the box. Both of the first two goals come off of corner kicks, in which you guys have to do some stuff after the corner kick. And then off of that, just the performance from Giorgio, both finishing, but also what he did defensively.
Set pieces are an extremely important part of this game. I think we saw that in the final, and we saw that today. And it's certainly a phase of the game we understand and respect here at LAFC. It can open the door to results like today and performances as well. So it's very important to us, and we work on it a lot, and we understand that it's not just being in the right spots or having a good idea. It's effort and it's commitment by the players and timing and quality of service, and all of those things are, I think, really good attributes to the players we have on the field. And so we are a very dangerous team on set pieces. And there is contact in the box when you're putting 20 players in one penalty box. There's going to be contact, and the ref decided to call a foul on one and not on the other. That's why he's there. So we obviously accept and respect those decisions. But we think we have a pretty good idea of how to break teams down with set pieces, and it worked again today. Yeah, Giorgio, it's pretty amazing. For me, the best player in the field tonight. He's a step ahead of everybody else, and that goes a long way. And he does an amazing job of keeping his body in a physical condition that he can not only keep up but dominate. And it's fun to watch, and it's a privilege to coach. And he's a really funny and amazing human being too, which makes spending time with him even more special.
Steve, congratulations on the win. The decision to pull off Carlos and Ilya, was that with an eye towards CONCACAF? Was that a consideration as you took them off?
Sure, yeah. Ilya probably more short term. He was sitting on a yellow and got caught in a few fouls. In some ways, some referees may give him a second yellow, some don't. I thought the ref did a good job tonight of keeping control of the match and managing that. And so I just want to risk that. And also looking towards Thursday in Costa Rica.
Hi, Steve.
Hi.
A little bit more on Carlos. We have talked during the week how much his role would change, even though the front three can move around, but him being more in the center, and then he got to extend his franchise record both on goals and assists tonight with his performance. Just going into season 6, what do you see and what are your thoughts on how he keeps impacting the team?
First and foremost, I think his physical condition this year is better than it was at the start of last season. And so I think we can expect much of the same. Prolific Carlos, somebody who his football IQ is off the charts, and his left foot as well. So I think it's somebody who will continue scoring and setting up goals in the same rate. There's no reason for him to slow down. Some areas of the field will be more particularly the middle, the 9 position will be played more often by him. But as you can see, we are very fluid up front, and we ask of our front three to interchange throughout the 90 minutes.
Hi, Steve. Congrats on the win. Following up on the Carlos question, is he more like an old-fashioned number 10, a position that they say that it doesn't exist in modern soccer anymore? And I would like to know your thoughts on the performance of your 3 newcomers, Tillman, Aaron, and Buick, excuse me for the bad pronunciation of his last name. What do you think of the performance?
I'll disagree with you. I don't think Carlos is a classic 10. I think he's actually a winger. If you think back his days at Arsenal and Real Sociedad, and even here in LAFC, he can beat players 1v1. He can beat them in behind. He comes inside. He finishes. He passes. He's the full package, and I would not label him as a number 10. I think our new players who saw the field tonight, Aaron, Timmy, and Stipe, correct pronunciation of his last name, Biuk. I thought a decent start. Aaron, we know, obviously he understands this league very well, was played in it a number of years and excelled in it, so there's no surprises there. Timmy had bright moments as well. I think he'll see a lot of the field this year, as well as Stipe. Excuse me. But both of them need rhythm and time with the group. And their attributes that they bring to us, Timmy, his ability on the ball, his physicality, and he has actually very, very excellent timing with his passes and runs in the box, which you didn't see tonight, but you will throughout the season. And Stipe has come on. You didn't see a whole lot of it tonight as well, but what we've seen in preseason and training, his runs in behind are excellent. His movement in the box as well. So we're excited about those two and getting them involved more frequently. But the most important thing is getting them on the field and that the others also get used to them.
Last question.
Steve, bigger picture question. You've spoken about the new acquisitions and the relative depth of the team as it currently stands. How do you view the difficulty, the challenge of navigating both the Champions League and the early first stage of the MLS season in terms of trying to do well in both, which is, historically been a challenge for people in your position?
Sure, we see it as an opportunity, not as a difficulty or a challenge. It's an opportunity, and it's an honor to play in the Champions League. It's one that we earned, and one we would love to repeat year after year. And those are our goals. In order to do that, you need to maintain the level of play in both competitions. We will try to rotate at the right moments to give players breaks. But because of the way the rules and the regulations are in our league, the one sort of question mark or I guess moment where we kind of roll the dice is we have to stay healthy. Sometimes we're not always in charge of injuries, ones that happen in games at least, and we need to stay healthy to be able to perform well in both competitions. If we stay healthy, then I like our chances, but because of the smaller rosters, the way our league is set up, it's just not possible if you have injuries. And then you'll see maybe some ups and downs, but so far so good, and we'll try to maintain that.